Welcome back. Now in this video we are going to learn about excretory products and their elimination. So in this, ammonia, urea, uric acid, carbon dioxide, water, ions like sodium, potassium, calcium, phosphate and sulfate need to be removed totally or partially, which are accumulated in our body by metabolic activities or by extra ingestion. So when we compare the toxicity, ammonia is greater than urea is greater than uric acid. Next, the organisms which excrete ammonia are known as ammonotelic organisms or ammonotelic. So many bonifacious aquatic insects and amphibians are the few examples of ammonotelic organisms. Next, ureotelic organisms which excrete urea as an excretory product are known as ureotelic. In these, there are few examples. There are mammals, many terrestrial amphibians, marine fishes. Uricotelic are the organisms which excrete uric acid as an excretory product. They are reptiles, birds, land snails and insects. And next, before entering into the chapter, there are some basics to be need to remember, that is animal kingdom excretory structures. So most of the invertebrates have simple tubules. Vertebrates have complex tubules like kidneys. Protonephridia are also known as flame cells, and these perform excretion as well as osmoregulation. So the examples of protonephridia or flame cells are platyhelminthes, rotifers, some annelids, cephalochordata. In cephalochordata, there is an example of Amphioxus, which is also known as lancelet, and nephridia are the excretory structures of annelids and earthworms. In nephridia performs both the function like osmoregulation and excretion in annelids and earthworm. Next is Malpighian tubules. Malpighian tubules are excretory products of insects. We found it in insects. Next is antennal or green glands. Antennal or green glands are present in crustaceans. Example is prawns. And next, entering into the chapter, human excretory system. A pair of kidney, which are in 2 in number, a pair of ureters, 2 in number, urinary bladder, 1 in number, and urethra, which is also 1 in number. Description about the kidney: it is reddish brown, bean shaped, and location is between last thoracic and third lumbar vertebra. Next, when we come to length, it is 10 to 12 centimeters, width is 5 to 7 centimeters, thickness is 2 to 3 centimeters, and unit of kidney is nephron. Each kidney consists 1 million nephron, where 2 kidneys consist of 2 million of nephrons. And the next is about the kidney. Kidney is divided into 2 parts, that is outer cortex and inner medulla. So cortex extends between the medulla and forms renal columns, which is also known as columns of Bertini. And inner medulla, it has few medullary pyramids. So it is projected as calyces. So the projection of these medullary pyramids are known as calyces. Next is nephron. Nephron can be divided into 2 parts, that is glomerulus and renal tubule. Glomerulus consists of afferent arteriole, renal artery, efferent arteriole, whereas renal tubule consists of Bowman's capsule, PCT, DCT, loop of Henle and collecting duct. Next is a small para, like glomerulus plus Bowman's capsule together is known as Malpighian body, which is also known as renal corpuscles. And here next is the urine formation. So 3 main steps are present in this urine formation. Glomerular filtration is also known as ultrafiltration. So on an average, 1100 to 1200 milliliters per minute is filtered, so which is also the amount of 1/5 part of blood pumped out by each ventricle per minute. Next we come to, so this filtration is done to 3 layers, that is glomerular blood vessel, that is known as endothelium, epithelium of Bowman's capsule, and the layer present between endothelium of blood vessel and epithelium of Bowman's capsule is basement membrane. So the epithelial cells of Bowman's capsule are called podocytes. So these epithelial cells of Bowman's capsule is podocyte, and the except protein, all plasma contents pass through the membrane, pass through this basement membrane except proteins. So they pass into the lumen of a Bowman's capsule. BC means Bowman's capsule. Glomerular filtration rate, whereas 125 milliliters per minute or 180 liters per the day it is filtered. So filtrate formed per minute is known as glomerular filtration rate. Not okay, it's done. And next is reabsorption. The main function after the glomerular filtration is reabsorption and secretion. Reabsorption. So in reabsorption, it is of two types. Let me zoom it out. It is of two types, active and passive. Active reabsorption are done between glucose, amino acid, sodium ions, etc. Whereas passive is done by nitrogenous waste and H2O, that is water, in initial nephrons. Initial nephrons like PCT. In that way, they said that initial nephrons, reabsorption of H2O. Next, secretion of H plus K plus ammonia into the filtrate. So these are secreted into the filtrate, these ions. And next, tubular secretion is ionic and acid balance. Ionic and acid balance in the body fluids is done. So this is the chapter excretory products and their elimination. It's done. This is the part 1 and part 2 will be coming soon.